Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and we're going to go on a side quest with this video, maybe the next one, depending upon how long this takes, and I'll explain why in a moment. But I was thinking about the tests that are in this suite of tests for BenchmarkMockNet, and one of the things that isn't in there right now is a way to have tests around methods that take parameters. Now, I know in rocks that matters because, do I have that up? I don't think I do. No, I don't. I have this thing up, which is what we're going to get into in a moment. Let me go into rocks and demonstrate as soon as it comes up. I wonder when 2022 is actually going to be released. I'm wondering if it's going to be around build time. Oh yeah, so that's not now. Not now. Come on, close it. There you go. And generate all the code. So this was class method. Return. So yeah, okay, so here's the thing. If I have a method that doesn't take any parameters, all I'm going to check to see is, did you set for any expectations? Which I was also thinking about last night when I was in bed, because who doesn't think about this stuff as they're going to sleep? Is for a method that takes no parameters, there's really one expectation that you have, which is you call it. If you want to handle different return types, then to me, you would make a callback method, and then you handle, was this the first time I was called? Yes, then return this. Was this the second time I was called? Yes, then I do this, you know. There's no way to tell in what scenario when you're being called what you were expecting. Okay. In any event, point is that there's no for each, it just does an if. If you have a parameter, now we have to start looking to see where the expectations are and are they valid. Okay. And that's one thing that is leading to me to doing these tests, because I want to do some exploration about maybe making this a little bit faster, or trying to. But I thought, you know, what about other testing frameworks? How do they do if you have parameters and methods? And so when I was looking at the iThingy thing, there aren't any. It's just this. Okay. So I mentioned that in a issue, and I said I could do like the pull request for it. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is have another method with 2 parameters, a value type and a reference type, and then 4 parameters. Not that that should really matter. I don't know if that's going to expose any boxing issues or memory things like that. I don't know. But I thought, well, we'll do that. I'll submit it. This will also get me familiar with all of the other testing frameworks. You know, I've used MOQ and NSubstitute, especially MOQ, a lot in the past. And you know, some of them though, like PCL mock and Fake It Easy, I have no idea. I've never used them. So it'll be kind of interesting. So we're going to add those in and see how it goes. One thing that, there's actually 2 things that are kind of bothering me this morning. One is my left shoulder. I went to the doctor yesterday, just, you know, an annual checkup, which everybody should do, me included. And I've been waiting a little bit longer just because, you know, the whole COVID thing, yearly checkups were pushed back, and then I just haven't gone in a while since then. And since they've been opened up back to letting people start coming in to the clinic for things other than just a routine checkup. Anyway, so, you know, the doctor said you need a shingles vaccine shot. I guess also I'm due for a tetanus booster or something like that. I said, let's just do one today because the other one isn't do until really next April. So I'm like, yeah, we really don't need to do 2 today. And even that one on my left shoulder, man, is it achy. And I do feel a little bit run down. And he said, don't be surprised if you do feel achy and kind of wiped a little bit for the next couple of days. He was especially stressed that with COVID, because people might think, oh my God, I just got COVID. And he said, well, no, if you just got this vaccine, that's a natural reaction. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. So yeah, the shoulder's definitely sore today. And I get to go to the dentist and have one of my teeth drilled to hopefully fix a problem with one of the cavities, one of the fillings to be specific. So yeah, that'll be fun. I always enjoy that. I tell them, dope me up as much as you can whenever you do that. Don't skimp on one shot. Just do 2 if you can. Just really, because I've noticed I get a little sensitive when I have dental work done. So that's one thing that's been just bothering me this morning. The other one is unfortunate news about conferences. I found out last night that Prairie Code, a conference in Des Moines, Iowa, and Tech Bash, I think in the Poconos. Is that correct? Is that what they have it? Tech Bash. It's the Kalahari and the Poconos. Yes, I was right. Okay. I knew it was in Pennsylvania somewhere. Both of them were canceled because of COVID concerns, rising cases in their area. I don't know this for certain. I would venture to guess maybe it's lower registrations. I think all of it comes into play, especially the pandemic, which we are not out of, and we should have been, or at least we should have been on the tail end of it by this point. And moving on. And we're not. And then I've lost all patience. I lost patience months ago. Or I should say about a couple months ago, when it was becoming obvious that a scientific, rational approach was being politicized and splintering people and just leading to ridiculous assertions about COVID and how to treat it. And it's so disheartening. We could have been out of this. A couple months ago. If everybody would have been getting vaccinated, that could have been, and protecting our kids and protecting each other. But no, again, to me, this isn't a political issue, even though it's become that way. It's a sane choice on how to protect yourself and others. Your freedoms do not end with just yourself. Your actions have consequences, be them good or bad, or both. And things that you do may or may not affect other people. So you can't just say, I can do anything I want, and, to hell with how this affects anybody else. That's not how humans work. Simple fact. And it's really frustrating to me. It angers me. It frustrates me. It disappoints me. And I don't know how to get people to do better. I really don't. That's the worst thing is. I saw a joke of a commercial where it was from the Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Horsey vax. Go get Horsey vax, because that's the vaccines horses like. Dr. Fauci doesn't want you to get it. Go look in your front yard. He's there. And then they cut and they say, okay, we're just taking the Pfizer vaccine, putting it in a box and calling it Horsey vax so that people can actually take it. I was like, oh, that was sad, but so funny. It lends some humor to it, but still, these are people's lives. People that run these conferences, this is not just something they do like I do for Twin Cities Co-Camp. It's not my full-time job. And whether it happens or not doesn't affect my bottom line. For some of these people, it definitely does. And they may not be around next year. And these hotels and staff and everything else, If there's no business, nothing happens. This is going to come to, I think, a really bad head. And we never had to get there in the first place. I will say this, even though when this video gets released, by the time this video gets released, it'll probably be the end of September. If you have not got vaccinated, please, for all that is good in humanity, do it. Just do it. I did it. Everybody in my family did it. Everybody in my wife's family did it. And except one person, but she can't because of medical reasons. She has valid medical reasons why she can't. That's why everybody does. Do it. Just do it. Help yourself and everybody else out. The statistics are blindingly obvious that everybody that's going into the hospitals and emergency rooms and ICUs with COVID, they're pretty much all unvaccinated. I feel too I'm sorry, going a little bit too long. This was related to technology because of the conferences, but I also just feel for all the medical staff and the long hours, the emotional trauma and baggage that they are going through. You know, one nurse said that what's really sad about some of these cases is that these people are cognizant in some cases. They're up and not up and around, but you can communicate with them, but it's because they're on all these machines. They said, as soon as we turn these off, they're dead. How do you deal with this when that person can look you right in the eyes and we say, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. Your case is too far. You know, if somebody is in a coma, it's still sad, but you know, I think it's a little bit more accepted psychologically that that's the end. What these doctors and nurses are going through, I can't imagine in some places in the United States. This is already breaking people, and it's going to continue to break people. And seeing how some idiots are protesting, and it's a very, very small group, but still, anybody going and yelling at doctors and nurses for providing vaccines or care for people with this, it's ludicrous. We can't give people the oxygen to end the life and somehow promote this promote things that are good, promote things that are right, promote things where people are doing the right choices. That's what we need to do. God, where'd my soapbox go? What was it? The crate challenge you've been seeing from people doing it. I think I got pretty high up on that stack of crates. Let's actually get into some code. And I don't want to get distracted from this, but I think I do need some distraction. So let's make a branch. Okay. And I'm going to call the branch this, except we're going to twist things around. Yeah, I know it's not right. Yeah. See, this is not validation in real time. Rocky Locker with CSLA would be so disappointed. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Well, now he'd be happy because it was actually, as soon as I hit, then it's validating on every keystroke. Okay. So good for it. All right. So we're going to change this. Just put those in there. This shouldn't break anything because with all the mocking, unless PCL mock requires you to do something. So we'll say, and I'm just going to make these. Oh no. Does he do spaces? And because, oh no, he does have an editor config, right? What, oh, no. What did I just, there's a git ignore. I'm almost positive that there has to be a editor config somewhere. CS project solution. Huh. Is it because, oh no. Is it forcing my text editor for C# to keep tabs? Well, that's as nature intended, is to use tabs. But somehow this is not putting tabs in when I did this, which is, I mean, if that's the style, no, you're getting in the way. Oh, is it? That might be something he wants to invest in. Hold on. Okay. I want to go back and just make sure that there really isn't one. I was almost positive I did this and said, look at that. And that is the folder. And it should be here. And I don't see a, yeah, I don't see an editor config. So let's say submit new issue. Okay. So this does make it a little tricky because I feel like I'm going to be in Office Space now here for a while. So we're going to say void 2 parameters, string a GUID B. Okay. No, we're going to be good people here. And if they insist on spaces, that's what we're going to do. Okay. 4 parameters, string A would be okay. Now, everything should build unless the PCL mock stuff doesn't, which is possible. Oh, yeah, I accidentally took that off. That would be a big problem. You know, because if you don't have matching stuff. Thingy mock. Mock base. What is mock base? So, this is where I might have to public void 1 parameter string A with B. No, B. This space thing is going to drive me nuts. Apply. What are we applying here? An action of iThingy. So I'd say x dot 1. Why is it barking? Oh, 2. Yeah, that would help. Passing in A and B. Stop it. We must have all the formatting rules. And then we do 4. Okay, and if I tab, it's still doing spaces, which is kind of surprising. And then we say 4 here. And we do this. I have no idea how or why you do this in PCL Mark. I'm just kind of following the conventions that I see here. All right. Now are you okay? No, you're not. Oh, it's because of the stub that is written here. You know what? Let's just say generate. Thank you. Because, oh, now you put in tabs. You son of a, oh God, this is such a Unnecessary pain in my tush. And again, we're just going to follow the convention that I see, as annoying as it is. And that got pushed out because reasons. I don't know why, but okay. Now do you build? Yes, you do. All right, let's see if we can add in a benchmark. Let's see if we do return. What would that look like? Yeah, let's copy return. And we'll say that's going to be 2 parameters. Okay. And we're going to call it this. And it's a mocking benchmark. Well, I don't want to return anything. Oh, crap. Is this forcing? Oh, no, you can do it where you're not. Okay. I was like, God, that would suck. You have to force a return type on these. Although, what is that doing? Yes, it's saying. Okay, that's what it's doing. Okay. So override int should become override void in the current document. Oh, God. No. Space. There we go. Okay. And then I think it would make sense if we had, we don't want to get the GUID generation and private read only. Are they doing global setups on any of this? There's benchmark. I thought like some of the empty like return only was okay. So he's doing it in a constructor. Doing it like this would be fine, I think. Private read only string a is equal to. Yeah, I like that. Works for me. Oh, you're close. You're really close, but you're nowhere there. Okay. I appreciate the effort. Good for you. But that's not what we want. GUID, new GUID. There. Okay. So we're going to say stub 2 parameters. Now, what's the convention here? He's using underscores. Okay, fine, fine. Not my groove, but underscore A, underscore B. Now that's the stub. And I think the way I want to do this is just say it can be this exact value. And we'll just go with that. Because you know every mocking framework has a different way to verify the actual values. Could it be anything? Could it be this exact value? Are you calling some method to verify it, you know, with some complicated algorithm? You know, that's all up to you. So that don't work. Well, yeah, it doesn't return, which is true. And now we don't return anything, and we say fake 2 parameters A and B. Right? With MOQ, we want to say 2 parameters A, B. Does not return anything. We don't return. We say object 2 parameters A and B. Okay. And substitute for, we're going to say 2 parameters A and B. Doesn't return anything. We're just going to call sub Well, wait a minute. That doesn't seem like... Wait, back up. I feel like I missed something here. Wouldn't NSubstitute, if you were doing an empty return on NSubstitute, do you just call it? Hold on, I gotta NSubstitute expectations. I don't care about that. Oh. Well, that's a little... We're not doing verification here. We are doing setups, and that's, I think, one thing I don't really like about Substitute is that it lets you just say, you know, call it, but then, you know, now you say received. It would, to me, make more sense. Yeah, but we're not doing a received here. Sorry. Yeah, this was a little... Am I testing the right thing here? And so I guess you just say 2 parameters. B. PCL mark and rocks is all that's left. Okay, so when 2 parameters A, B, we don't return anything. And now we say mock 2 parameters A and B. And finally, your friend and mine, methods 2 parameters A, B, doesn't return anything. And I'll say rock instance. That. Okay. Okay. So now how actually do we get the... That's okay. That's the thing that we were looking at before, mocking benchmark. That's that. Is it all in program? If args any contains filter, run args. Run or run all. I could say run or run all and then comment out the other ones and just say run that one, which should be fine. Are we under? No, we're not. We need to be under release. Okay. So I'm at the end of this episode. So I'm going to run this. And then in the next episode, we'll see where we are with this one. Commit it. Do the fourth one, 4 parameters should just be a copy. We'll do that. I'll submit the PR, and then we'll come back to doing more tests or more exploratory investigation with rocks and seeing, can we try to improve the performance of some things that we've seen before. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.